Good morning, America. There goes your friend Dr. Turi again to refresh your memory. You know, when I write, the future has and will always be my utmost faithful witness. I must be pretty sure myself of one of the reasons why people call me egocentric. But today, as I said, we are the 28th, and the window is tomorrow, but we're definitely, obviously, into that shocking, unusual earthquakes, volcano, hurricane type of energy. And I was right to trust Draco when I produced a video yesterday warning you about earthquakes. Today, we had a 6.6 in South Sandwich Islands. And we also had a spectacular volcano eruption that sends people flee for cover in Italy. So not only we had the quatrain, which is very obvious that I mentioned yesterday, entrails upset feet above, and I mentioned the word volcano. A day later, we had that volcano, and it happened in Italy, which is also part of the keywords. Now, with this in mind, you know what, my friends, I do not know what else I have to do to prove to you that Draco is real. My UFO predictive legacy should be trusted. And yet, my only reward is that I've been kicked out of every major public networking website. Now that I explain the reasons why people are insecure, envious, people are jealous, people are religious, and they think I'm gonna go to hell, and by reading or listening to my warning, they're gonna go to hell. People are skeptic, atheist, agnostics, atheist. The fact of the matter is, there's no denying the fact that I have something that's real. There's more to it. Let's keep going. Space 10's Star Hopper prototype soars in 150-meter hop test. The keyword technology in space is here. And then again, you have to remember, this is probably the first and last test they're going to do because they don't want to waste more money. And they let you believe that they plan to go to Mars or any other planet. No. The only place they're going to go is where we've been before. It's either on the moon or the space station, and it's only for privileged selects or people who have a hell of a lot of money, not for people like you or me. Understand that. It's all a lure. It's all about getting your support. It's all about getting your, firing up your imagination. It's all about deception. It's all about reptilians. Because entertainment-wise, okay, go to the space station. Only those rich guys mentioned earlier, and the moon is probably for the defense. For to prepare for all these cyber attacks. It's all about reptilious negativity. It's all about investing for destruction, for the forces of evil, for darkness, for the reptilians who cannot survive without chaos, fear, and negativity. What else do we have? Invisible ink stamps in Japan sells out in minutes. I mean, they're talking about the word Japan, it's there. And then technology is there. And today, there goes that new technology that's sold in Japan in minutes. Now, do you think I knew about this new technology? Do you think I knew they were going to have this during my window? No, it's preset. Everything is within the realm of those planets. Okay, everything started and finished in the universe of mind. And sudden enough, the reptilians who couldn't care less about the galactic Federation of Grand Cosmic Order, they just do what the hell they want, and they interfere with the human experience, so to speak. What else do we have? A couple facing murder charges overpowered two guards and escape. Again, same old story. How is it possible? How is it possible? It tells you how smart people who have nothing to lose can be. And if they have to kill to have a test of freedom, they will do it. And it always happened during those shocking, type of windows. So they get help from the outside. They get their cell phones. They find out a few things because they have nothing else but time to find a way to get out. It goes the result. Luckily, nobody paid the ultimate price. What else do we have again today? UFC fighter says she makes more money on Instagram than she does in fight. And if that is not technology or the internet, which is a new word I added, because if I say technology, it obviously evolved around the internet. So here goes that lady. God bless her. She's a fighter. Okay, so she's definitely. She owns a very masculine UCI, pretty much like the daughter of Muhammad Ali, the famous boxer. His daughter. She owns a very, very masculine Aries dragon's tail, and that's why she likes to fight. Not because her father is a celebrated fighter. No, it's the stars. Remember, you're connected with your family members, mother, brother, sister, dad, whomever. Genetically only, you may even look like them. But up here in the spirit, you are total strangers to them all. Understand that. And that's why you have all the famous guys that are wondering why their son don't like sport. He did everything he could, this famous guy, to make his son like sport. His son couldn't care less because he's an intellectual. It's just different. His UCI or his unique celestial identity is very, very different than the one of his father, which is normal, normal people who flock in all these sports events. Ain't going to see me there. And that's why the extraterrestrial may be interested in my case. All right, so Instagram is definitely technology. It's like Twitter, it's like the internet. So it proved my point again that window is making this type of news. And to make it easy for you to understand, that's where I use Nostradamus quatrain and very, very, very obvious keywords. Okay. He was jailed after airport officials claimed that he was traveling with liquid meth when it was honey. Imagine that. Oh my gosh, poor guy. That tells you when they need a victim or how the human mind works, in terms of focusing, channel vision, no. Like those cops who stopped me because they saw white, blue, and red lights when actually the lights on my car are not white, blue, and red. They are green and yellow. But and that's why I was able to get away, surrounded by 6 cops. Oh, wow, this is like Tiger Woods undergoes knee surgery. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, why did I pick up Tiger Woods? Well, mostly because it's pretty shocking. Nobody would believe that, but it happened. But most of all, because he has, like me, to undergo MRI. Okay, by the way, I'm supposed to go for my MRI in a few days from now. Just got a call, and they're gonna check my back. And because in my younger days I was a welder, they also have to have an MRI for my eyes, make sure there is no metal in my eyes, because it could pop up my eyeball and die out there or become blind. So I have a couple of MRI to do. That was shocking to me because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect I was supposed to have MRI for my eyes and MRI for my back. So MRI, shocking. Dr. Turi's window. Now, is there anything that is shocking to you? Yeah, probably what you just heard from me. But look inwardly, auto-analyze yourself. Did you hear something about a friend? Did you experience a problem with your technology? If you're not aware, if you're not cosmic conscious, and not adapting, but realizing this various type of energy coming from the cosmos that are used and manipulated by the reptilians. If you don't recognize that energy, they're going to get you. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so we won. Okay, so there you go. Am I right? The 26-pound shelter cat has enchanted the internet. He has found a home. That's good news. That's definitely the draconist using technology to get this 26-pound cat a new home. Pretty much like this infected sucker who put a muzzle on his nose and cut his throat. And then, or this lady who left a dog in a car to die, and then he goes to the shelter and asks the guys there to put the dog down. Tells you that the reptiles do not want all these animals to die, and sometimes they interfere with beautiful human beings who are very caring. So it works both ways. Understand that. Technology, the internet, shocking. Here you go. You ain't going to see a 26-pound cat everywhere. Okay, it's pretty rare. Original. TV anchor apologized after comparing black co-host to a gorilla. I'm so sorry. But look at this face of this guy looking at her and said, "I dare you." It's amazing. You know, people just get going. And now she doesn't know what to say to apologize. I mean, the key word is television and shocking. And then you have something shocking that happened on television. It was yesterday, I believe. So that tells you how the reptilians were able to engage her mind through her deep emotions and throw jokes there that could easily cost her a job. So just be careful, my friend, be careful, because she just behaved like a robot. She's very probably educated. She's very smart, but totally unconscious. And that is always a penalty awaiting you. What else do we have? Good news about this storm. It's currently barreling towards Puerto Rico, and is expected to hit some place in the Florida coast. So, you know, this window is still shocking. That it is because of this window that the reptilians were able to stimulate all those winds. There is rational explanation. There is scientific explanations how those storms and those hurricanes are formed. We understand that. The point is, last month, well before this storm was born, I gave you the timing to when the reptilians were going to use that cosmic energy to produce a storm. Now, of course, you have such a thing as HAARP, trying to weaponize the weather, which is not good. Okay, we understand that. There is an area called, I think it's called Plump, where the scientific community is gathering all sorts of animals and pests to win war by poisoning the bloodstream of humans. And those facilities are close to New York, one of the busiest city on the planet. It tells you how dangerous and unconscious people are. It's just a matter of time before something happens. Either terrorist groups get in there and manage to steal those evil created weaponry and then use it against Americans. It could be an accident. It could be an animal that escaped. In fact, they did find something on the beaches there that was pretty weird. So I'm telling you, these are the scientists that are stimulated. Their mind is stimulated by the reptilians to produce anything that can kill and destroy and support their agenda. This is serious, my friends, very serious. All right, so do not doubt this storm is going to create a lot of havoc. This storm will force people to relocate. This storm will kill people. This storm will affect nature. This storm will affect the ocean life. So it's never good when you get something that is stimulated, promoted, and created by the reptilians. What else do we have here? How do dogs process languages? Scientists scan their brain to find out. Again, talking about MRI. It's not just me or Tiger Woods who needs a surgery that's going to go through MRI and suffer this energy, that's uranic energy. It's also freaking dogs. Now you can see those scientists, how stupid they are. They train the dog to walk through that tunnel here that later on becomes an MRI machine, Tesla 3. They want to check inside of the brain of a dog. You know what they did with the brain of Einstein, my friend? Someone stole the brain, and for years it's been digging into it to find out why Einstein was a genius. That was not enough. The guy felt guilty, gave the brain to scientists who did even more, desiccated his brain to find out why he was a genius. And I do not understand, in the name of God, how those scientists can miss the entire forest looking at a tree. Again, for those who missed my previous videos, there is no difference between your brain, the one of Einstein, my brain, the one of an artist or a killer. It is exactly the same. Same weight, same density, same wiring, encased into a bony box so that it's protected. Okay? The mind is a muscle. It's just a computer which is responding to an outside stimuli produced by the universal mind or the stars. In other words, nothing starts and nothing will ever finish within the realm of the mind, because it is all coming from the universal mind. But those idiots, those educated idiots who have read those books, have never been challenged by people like me to look somewhere else, to try something else. So, looking at the pulse, the electrical pulse, I'm not saying I'm not going to challenge neuroscience now. I understand that each part of the brain is like your freaking computer doing its own part for a specific purpose. Okay? But the spirit or the universal mind is you. And you, with your hand typing on the keyboard, is the human being responding to the universal mind, which now becomes you or God cosmic design. I mean, you would have to pay me to be that stupid and to actually firmly believe that everything starts and finishes in universal mind, in the human mind. No. I repeat myself, your mind is nothing else than a fleshy computer, okay, which is stimulated by an outside energy produced by those stars or the universal mind or our solar system. It was designed this way by the Dracani. So each one of these planets has a very specific subtle purpose to make you think, to make you behave, to make you react. Life does not start within your brain. Never did, never will. Consciousness does not start within the realm of your brain. Doesn't. It's all from outside. And now you're going to ask me, but how come you don't see it? Well, let's go back to the rules. Okay. In order to be born, you have to die. Okay. So when the doctor cut the umbilical cord that connects you with the warm uterine life of your mother, you died. You died from her life, her blood pressure, her heartbeat, her electrical impulses. You're not independent yet. You are part of your mother. In other words, you're like a wart, a live wart, supported by your mother life. When the doctor cuts the cord, again, a spark on your bottom, cold in the room, the noise, this is where you send your first impression to the superconscious or the universal mind, where God resides. And it is coming from your solar plexus. That's why when you're very scared or if you're about to die, like it happened to me a few times, you're going to feel really, really, really hot right here in the middle of your stomach, because that is another umbilical cord. It's all electric. You cannot feel it. You cannot touch it. But that's what is connecting you. This is an invisible antenna that is connecting you to the divine. Okay, now you get the reception from your head, from the stars, and it goes back into the universal mind. It's like a circle. Again, remember, Tesla said that he knows there is a core in the universe that gives you all the answers. I'm just being objective. He never found the core. I did. Actually, I studied it after it was imposed, so to speak, after it was downloaded by the Dracanis in one of my trip, flying saucers above Los Angeles in 1991. Don't know if you heard of my UFOs experience, but I'm not making it up. This is real. So, again, am I right? Now for dogs. I mean, I don't know. The excuses are there. The example are there. Everything is there. It's right in your face. But it's so big. It's like a child standing, holding his mom's hand, standing by the ocean and says, Mom, a lot of water here, but there is no fishes, because he doesn't see the fishes. It was like being blinded by the sun and not seeing the light. That's what's going on with our scientists. Those kids who have been indoctrinated, they are no better than all these conspiracy people who used to look at my star behind me and think I was evil. I was Illuminati because they saw that stuff. Oh my gosh, he's evil. They've been contaminated by people that have been put in power, people who get help, okay? People who were supported to reach that position so they can infect more people with their idiosyncrasy or their fear, as much as your president did do to maintain fear and to become negative, it indeed chances has, in order to fulfill a bigger agenda that, and it's not necessarily progressive or positive for the United States or we, the people. All right. So if you want to really know what's going on with animals, there is another link called What is the Purpose of Pets? Read Cats and Dogs in Time and Space. And if you're into animals, like we are, just read that. Another thing that I don't really like is that cheetahs are ending up in Gulf Arab mansions, and it's whipping them out. You see? They can afford to pay people who are doing the wrong thing to take those animals out of their natural environment. Oh man, it's good for their ego. Now I have a cheetah. Instead of having a dog, I have a cheetah, okay? That's not good. The cheetah does not belong to this mansion. This cheetah belongs to nature, or to roam free in Africa, or God knows where those beautiful animals live, okay? You're not supposed to take them out of their environment and then put them with freaking Arabs so that their ego can shine. Yeah, it's like trying to take you out of this beautiful environment and send you to Mars. It's not different. Excuse me, I'm getting emotional. You know, it's okay if you want to manipulate the mind of a 20, 30, 40-year-old idiot who has been conditioned and where science become their god, okay? But you ain't gonna make me believe that one day humans are gonna live on Mars. It's totally ridiculous, okay? That's enough. If you have enough critical thinking, you will realize this. Now, if you believe that the Queen of England now is going to turn into a lizard, or any one of these people, Illuminati, who control the world, turn into a lizard, chances are you are going to believe that one day we're going to go on Mars. And that is the difference between me and the superhuman who can vibrate at my cosmic speed and understand the manipulation, the deception, and the greed that's going on out there, all stimulated by infected, corporated organization that couldn't give a damn about you. All they want is this, ego and the power. Well, my friends, that's what it is. Okay. Now, I can only repeat myself. You know, I told you yesterday, be ready for earthquakes. I was pretty clear on that video. And then today we got a 6.6. I said, be ready for volcano. And now you have a bunch of people running out in Italy because of volcanic eruption. Don't you think it's time to support me? But mean it this time. No, like, You know, how do you think I feel when I see, for example, 200, 300, 400 or 2,300, whatever it's, and I see like 10, 20 likes? That tells me how many people watching me, okay, are infected. That's the reality. And they're not going to like this. They are not going to say, yes, I like you now because you say the truth, Dr. Turi. And that is the fact that the literatures impose upon these people. Look at yourself. Are you enjoying my work? Are you learning something from my work? Okay. Instead of being envious, learn how I do it, because I am not better than you. I'm the same. I got the same brain that you have. Okay. I've been downloaded all this information. I try to grab them. They're for grab. And they're for free. at least show that you're a human being. And then most of all, if you don't want to like me, hey, I'm not going to beg you to like me, because you can only love or hate me. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, at least share it, because there are people like you out there who need this type of information to stay alive. Remember, you're not allowed to put those warnings anymore on Facebook, on Wikipedia, or on LinkedIn, or any other major website. I only have you. So instead of listening to the reptilians, I don't like him, or he's an egocentric, or I can do better, or whatever excuse you have, just look inside of your heart and make that decision to work for the light. And then all this negativity, this insecurity, this bad luck, this resentment, slowly but surely will fade away. Why? Because a magnet cannot attract a piece of wood. Realize this. It's a choice. It's either you are negative, you work for the reptilians, you're envious, you're insecure, you're jealous. Okay, I used to be that way with my older brothers when he was driving around his Mercedes, when he has so much success and very, very famous people. Oh, excuse me, my back. I've got to be careful. You know, I used to be that way, driving with him and then getting to one of his sport cars. I was so jealous. I was so negative, but I never wish him death. No, or never wanted to help him. I was able to control my inner emotions. I said, what the hell, that's your brother. How can you be jealous or envious or shame on you? When I was looking at myself, I was able to beat the reptilians when they were there, because I felt this big in front of him. He had it all: the money, the cars, the horse, the hotels, the restaurants, the ski station. He had it all. And he still has a hell of a lot of money. But it's not my calling. My calling is not to work with in the night and feed the reptilians with all the debauchery, the sex, the glutonery, the gang, the criminal element. That's not me. I decided to move towards the light and being fed by the draconic sun's life. You there, listening to me, listen carefully, look at yourself. Each time you feel something that is not good about anything or anybody, or even yourself for that matter, you are working for the reptilians. And you're the first one, the man in the mirror. You're the first one to auto-analyze yourself and recognize this weakness. And you have to become a much better person. You have to move from the subhuman, insecure, jealous, envious, negative, selfish. You have to raise into love, light, knowledge. And if someone knows better, take it as a blessing, because you can learn from that person and then share it. And that's where the magic will start to work in your life. But if you do not try, how are you going to find out? You're going to be stuck forever into that negative, nasty cloud of depression and deception and enviousness. Don't give in to the reptilians. Because what I'm talking about is very real as the prediction that I made yesterday about earthquakes and volcanic eruption. It's just a matter of you becoming slowly but surely a better, loving, intellectual, spiritual, giving, expanding superhuman. If I can do it, if my students and clients can do it, so can you. You're not alone. I'm your friend. I have the best for you. I want to give you the best of the best of the best. And that's why I'm here every single day. And if that's not enough, just ask yourself, again, what did I give the world today? Do I do like Dr. Turi? Even though that I have a lot of pain and painkiller me, I'm still here. Okay, I'm still giving you. Share. You need to help me. Nobody's going to help me anymore. This world is saturated is affected to the core. You know, you can't let this happen to you. And you have to help me to make that movement grow and be a participant, a real important part of that movement. You know, understanding God cosmic design, Jesus cosmic initial ministry is not an easy game. You know, I'm nearly 70 years old. I've been around. I have a lot to offer you. Just take it, make the most of it, and click that. I like it. Thank you, Dr. Turi. And then you're going to see what's going to happen in your life. All right, my good friend. Make it a beautiful day.